Hello everyone, I'm LazyGrouse and welcome to a new Prince of Darkness campaign in Crusader Kings 3. But this time we're not playing as a vampire, we're playing as Maria Immaculada, who is the leader of the Sisters of St. John, which is part of the Inquisition. So in this campaign, we're gonna hunt vampires instead. But what is the Inquisition? Led by a stalwart group of monster hunters, the Holy Church has finally come to realize the threat that are the vampires. Forming a new secretive organization named the Shadow Inquisition, these heroes are the first humans to try reconquer the night and push back the horrors. The task before them is immense, and the cursed bloodsuckers have had centuries to entrench themselves and prepare for their counterattack. The so-called Inquisitors are ready to die as martyrs if their sacrifice can pave the way for a better future for humanity. They fight for a cause, and that is more than any vampire could claim. You are the only hope for a world unaware of the war that is raged for its very soul. And like I said, we're playing as Maria Immaculada, and she is the current leader of the Sisters of St. John, but she isn't the founder of the order, but her will is as strong as the one of Mother Teresa, her blessed predecessor. To call her personally formidable is to suggest that the Pope is only a little bit holy. After several failed attempts by less skilled inquisitors, Maria Immaculada has chosen to go personally to the British Isles, hoping to find the infamous vampiric God King that presumes to rule these isles. With her unflinching faith and the backing of the other orders of the Inquisition, Maria is ready to teach this foe that there is only one God. You're sure that England is the center of vampiric activity, uncovering it and destroying it would be a tremendous boon for the Inquisition. You will see the God King fall. And that is gonna be one of our goals in this campaign. So let's just hop in. Okay, so before we unpause, we have a lot of things to do as usual. But before we start doing things, let's just have a look around. Because since everyone around us is a vampire, everyone is gonna hate us. Because, well, it's the people we hunt, so makes sense. And we don't like them either, so that's fine. Luckily, there are some other cults or sects or whatever you would call it, Inquisition cells around Europe, and we have one pretty close by with Oculi Dei, which is pretty great because I hope to have an alliance with them because, well, we don't have much opportunities for other alliances considering, well, most of the world is run by vampires, so there's not a lot of people that's gonna wanna ally with us, so we're gonna have to rely mostly on our own strength, but hopefully with a couple of alliances that we can eke by here and there. There are a couple of these sects around Europe. We have one here in the middle of the HRE, and they are, well, we can look at those later. We have the Sword of St. James here in northern Spain. Whoops. We have the Knights of Acre on Cyprus, and we have someone right there, or the Red Order in Italy. But let's have a look at our little plot of land. Sisters of St. John. We have not a small little piece of land in England, and it's not very big, but we are still a queen, even though our lands are very small, which means we do have the course mechanics, which is great because I just find the courts to be a lot of fun. But we have pretty decent stats. Our stewardship is excellent. Our diplomacy and learning is fine, but the other things are pretty bad, but we have people to fix that for us. We are zealous, diligent, and patient. Well, we are a nun, so that makes sense. And we have a bunch of cool abilities that we're gonna get into when we check out the lifestyles, because we have a couple of unique ones since we're not vampires. But Sisters of St. John, you can see that we have a child. But we don't get children or make children as normal humans do, because we're nuns, we don't do that. We also obviously don't bite people and drain them of blood and all that fun stuff like vampires do. But we instead, we recruit women to join our sisterhood. Because it is a sisterhood, we can only have female children. So we're gonna find people we like that are either good at something or we just need more people. And we can, I think we call it ordaining them into our sisterhood. So we're gonna have a, well, basically a group of battle nuns, which is awesome. We have some badass battle nuns going out hunting monsters at night, which is so cool. So I feel like we should get Whoopi Goldberg in here because we got some badass nuns. What else are we gonna check? Yeah, right, the lifestyle. Let's have a look at the lifestyles, because there are two different, well, lifestyle trees here. We have True Faith, which is gonna give us a bunch of perks, like Beatific here, which gives us a godlike health boost, which is, I think, the same boost that the vampires get, so hopefully, I don't know actually, I've only played a couple of years to feel things out and see how things work, but I think that makes us immortal. It also gives us a bunch of prowess and piety, which is gonna be great. We also, and as soon as we unpause, this is gonna be filled out. I don't know why it doesn't start filled out, but we're not gonna need to do anything here. There's also like a couple of things before that one, like night efficiency, which is pretty good. Oh, we can instantly convert your realm to religion for a hefty piety cost. Oh, that's cool. I haven't actually looked through these. Oh, and this one's good. We'll get to that. And we'll get a couple of these. And the one I was looking for to get to the first, though, when we get to start picking our own, is Water to Wine, because money is good. All these others give a bunch of prowess, basically, which is, I mean, it's great, but we also need money. And we're gonna just pick that, because this is gonna be filled out, so there's no point in having that. But we'll look through these when we start picking, but most of them are prowess stuff. At least the final ones are. So, what else are we doing? We are... Let's have a look at this. We have some alliances we can do, and we're gonna take all the alliances we can get right now, because, well, if we have a look at Mithras, he is pretty strong. He's got way more knights than us. He also has a lot more shit than us. So, we're a little bit nervous here at the border of baronies of Avalon. So, we're probably gonna expand a little bit over here. Just to, like, have a little backup in case they go after our little slice of land here. Then we can fall back to Holland and try to come back. We'll see what happens. And we also have the Protector Robin Leland, the Outlaw, over here. And he is also pretty strong, so we are cornered in England by very strong opponents, who both hate us, by the way. But let's have a look at our council. So, our court chaplain is pretty good, and I think he was... Yeah, he's also beatific, so I think he's gonna be immortal, which is great. And what do you hold? You're holding Suffolk, so we're gonna let you have that. And our chancellor is absolute garbage. We have someone great for it, with 21. She is gonna be a better chaplain as well, though, but... Yeah, we don't have necessarily anyone else that's good at diplomacy, so she's gonna be our chancellor, which is great. Fire that, in quotation, powerful vassal, considering, well, I mean, we don't have any powerful vassals. Not anyone that can do anything powerful, at least. Do we have... Well, she is pretty good, but she's better at other things, and we'll keep her as a chancellor, so... You get to stay as a steward for now. And you... Oh, you're an excellent marshal. And no one's really better. He is pretty good though, so at least we have a backup. But I don't see a point in putting him there when we can just keep a guy with one extra. And our spy master is absolute dog shit. Oh, but he's pretty good. Oh, and he's already dressed for the role. You know what they say? Just... dress for the job you want, not the job you have, and he's definitely got that right, so let's make him our spy master, because he is excellent, and he's got a sneaky hood on, so I feel like that's gonna earn him some points. And I wish you had like a cloak or something, because I feel like this stupid looking shirt you got clashes with your sneaky hood, so I wish you'd change. But that doesn't matter. We'll we'll see if we can get him some cooler clothes in the future. Or someone with cooler clothes to become our guy. And let's have a look at our guests. I just want to see if we have anyone we want to ordain. No, everyone is kind of bad. And next we go to our decisions, and we have a lot of fun stuff going on here in decisions. So, like you can see, we have 5 different like support and 1 consolidate over here, and these are basically like, let's call it the main quest of each of the Inquisitor, let's call it factions. Each faction have their own like quest, like the Sister of St. John have to, well, we have to be independent, but I mean, if we're not independent, odds are we don't exist because, well, mostly vampires are gonna attack us, so there's that. But we need a bunch of piety, but we're gonna fix that because we're gonna invest hard to get a lot of piety because we have a lot of use for piety. So, like, every war is gonna cost piety because every vampire is an evil religion. So every war is gonna be a holy war, basically. But we also need the Kingdom of England. So that's the obvious goal right now. And we have to kill Mithras and Marcus Verus, or have them be in torpor, but preferably kill them. And I mean, if they are in torpor, we're gonna find their damn lair and stake them. Actually, staking probably... Right? Staking puts them in torpor in Prince of Darkness. We need to, like, decapitate them or something like that. Either way, Mithras, we got here, the guy with the lovely Smurf hat. We've met him in earlier campaigns, and gotta admire that hat. But I think the other guy is one of his children. Yeah, there. It was Marcus Verus, I think. Yeah. And he's got a lovely bowl cut going there. Maybe you should do like your dad and siblings and get a fancy Smurf hat, because you should cover up that hair. You look silly. But we can also do the other factions quests. Like, actually, let's have a look at Oculi Day, because they are close by. So, we need Intrigue 15, which is actually going to be quite hard for us unless we let one of our children, like, take over. Because I don't know how we would get 6 more intrigue. But we also need the Kingdom of France and kill their vampires, which would like finish their quest for them. I don't know what this does, but it probably does something cool. Maybe we vassalize them or something. But point is, we can do all of their quests as well if you want to have like some big campaign with the Inquisition, just finish all of the Inquisitor quests and basically clear Europe of the most strongest vampires in Europe. We also have a couple of things over here, like we as Maria Immaculada is the successor of Mother Teresa. I think, yeah, Mother Teresa. So, one of our goals is to canonize her. So, to help your sisters know that Mother Teresa still watches over them, you will have to make sure that Rome recognizes the many blessings she brought to this land. You will write a detailed account of her life, no doubt convincing Rome of canonizing her. So, we have to do this in 5 parts. I think each part costs 150. I can't say for sure. I haven't finished this. I think I've done 2, and I think both cost 150. Now that I think about it, I'm not entirely certain of that. But basically, we need to do it 5 times, and then something will happen. I have no idea what will happen, but this is one of our goals, because we're definitely going to want to see what happens. So we're gonna hit notify when this decision becomes available, so we can do this well, whenever we can, or at least whenever we feel like we can afford it, because we are going to have other uses for money. We also want to have invite prospects, because that is basically invite someone we think would be a good member of our sisterhood. So we're going to do that like, as long as we have the piety for it, or at least enough piety that we're comfortable hitting this button, we're gonna do it. And we also... write down thoughts is something we can do to relieve stress, because we are some kind of nerdy book writer. Is there anything else we had? We can go on a pilgrimage, which we are 100% gonna do. And there was one more. What was that? Right. We need to ask the Holy Father for funds. So basically, tell the Pope to send us money. And we're gonna hit that right away, because we always get this little dilemma. And we can either gamble and see if we can hit that 67% chance to get a 300 gold instead of a guaranteed 150. But if we fail, we spend a bunch of piety. So if we really need the gold, we can just gamble. I think I'm most often gonna hit this, especially knowing my rolls. If you've seen earlier campaigns, I tend to fail these 65% chance rolls, and it's very frustrating. But the other ones are just garbage because we're not as good in those things. But we're just gonna go with 150 for now, because, well, I want to go on a pilgrimage, and we're gonna need some money for that. And basically, we're gonna do this anytime we can. Did we hit? Yeah. So we're gonna get notified when we can. And I think... oh, right. We also want to start building stuff right away. We have some specialty buildings as the Inquisition, and they're pretty expensive. And honestly, I mean, they're not the most exciting ones. I do like the night efficiency, but it is 250 gold. I feel like there's so much better use for that. So we're mostly gonna focus on these. What does this do? Oh, taxes and levies. This is an excellent building. And what does that cost? It doesn't show up because we already have it, I guess. But we are gonna want, like, control the outskirts to spend our prestige. Hopefully we can keep that up because, well, we're gonna want prestige. Prestige is good to have. And we're also gonna want control religious education, which is something we're gonna spend a lot of money on as well. But right now we're gonna spend it on our thing. This is also pretty good. But for now, let's go for the control the outskirts to get some more prestige. Gotta spend prestige to make prestige. And I think that is everything we wanted to do before we unpause. So, well, actually, we're gonna hold court first. So, before we unpause, we're gonna hold our first court. So, gesture for the first line to approach. My guest, Ponk. Really? Ponk? Okay, sure, why not? Ponk approaches my throne with a smirk on his face and bows deeply. Greetings, your majesty. During my recent trip to the Duchy of Holland, I learned some fascinating tidbits about several of Duke Johannes Castellane's subjects. I would be happy to share these with you for a price. Okay, so we can imprison him, which, I mean, he's a nobody, right? Yeah, he's pretty much a nobody. He is strong, which is nice. But I don't think we care. I think we're just gonna learn about, like, the generation of the vampires who live there, or if they're diablerizers or anything like that. And honestly, we couldn't care less, because we're gonna kill them all. So, fuck it. Get out of here. We don't care about your secrets. A markedly disgruntled court chaplain, Giardo Nicola de Arzenta, hurries to your throne. Liege, I have a right to the county of Norfolk, no matter what anyone else might say. Really? But you're already a count. You have things. No, it seems like you're just being greedy. Okay, which one is Norfolk? Norfolk is mine! Oh, fuck you. Okay, so he's gonna get mad if I say no. Or we could duel. I am absolutely not gonna duel over my only county, so you have no claim. Get out of here. My vassal Baron Bennett approaches the throne with a young man in tow. My liege and rectrix, he spouts, My acquaintance Enric Ferrer seeks the honor of serving your retinue of champions. Give him the opportunity to prove his quality. Enric smiles weakly. Though I am only a middling swordsman, I hope to learn in your service. Wait, so... No, that is the guy who's asking. He's mad because I took him off the council, I guess. Did I? Yeah, I did. Because you're garbage. You're garbage and you deserve to be off the council. Oh, he is actually... Is he a better steward than what we have? He might be. So maybe we give him something. But whatever. That's not important now. And how are you? You're 11. You're not great. We can't ordain men, so we're not gonna be able to make him a hunter. But I mean, actually, what is our... We do have quite a poor champion situation right now. I mean, we have a couple really strong ones, like these are absolutely great, but then it drops down to 6. So I guess what was it, a 9? Yeah, an 11 even. So an 11 wouldn't be bad, and I mean, he says he might improve, so why not? We're not gonna make him a bodyguard, but he is more than welcome to be a knight. And, I mean, everyone's happy with it. We get prestige. That works excellent for me. We get a champion, we get some stuff, and people are happy with it. That makes me happy with it. So, now we have finished court, which means we can go on... Wait, why can't we go on a pilgrimage? Okay, just pass a day, I guess. No? We are at an activity already. I don't know if I agree. Oh, right. Invite some prospects. Oh, she came right away. Oh my god. You're not very good now, are you? I don't know if it... I haven't actually tried ordaining... wait, what? I can't ordain you? Why not? Isn't that the whole point of this? Maybe it's because she just popped up. Anyway, let's hurry this up a little bit. There we go. Oh, I bet it's because our traits hadn't popped in. So, before we read this, let's have a look at that for now. Like, this all filled in. We got a bunch of stuff. We got some damn paladin skills over here. Can lay on hands. And I think, yeah, it is actually healing people, so... It's a straight up paladin stuff from D&D. Excellent. Right, so Oratio is one of the things we already have filled out, and it gives us some prowess and a knight's advantage, so it's pretty good. This gives knight efficiency, which is great. Gospel, that's pretty good too. Hosanna gives prowess, and opinion is great. And hostile scheme resistance plus prowess, that's pretty good. So this is the one I kind of want to go through. Heavenly Shepherd gives... Ooh. Huh, that's pretty okay. Second Sight. Oh, this is some intrigue stuff. So I guess with these skills, maybe we could actually do, if we really want to finish one of the other quests, we can do. Maybe if we get far enough into this one. But I think we're gonna go with water to wine, but we can't do that yet. England has always been a perplexing land to the Holy Church, clinging for the long time to ancient practices. With rumors of witchcraft or worse springing from time to time, the island has never been truly tamed. Mother Maria, leader of the Sisters of St. John, is but the last of a long list of inquisitors trying to understand the root of the corruption gnawing at this land. The visions of her sisters are talking about an entity known as Mithras, who proclaims himself as God as soon as the sun sets. With this clear goal in sight, and their relentless zeal as their weapon, the sisters are preparing to lead the Inquisition in a fight that they are only starting to understand the proportions. So there is only one God, and I bet there's another pop-up any second now. Because there's usually one of your stories so far. So Mother Maria, despite the immensity of your task here in England, you must not forget where you came from. You owe everything to Mother Teresa, the blessed soul that founded the Sisters of St. John and was the heart of the early Inquisition. Her passing away was a difficult time for all the sisters, and you would be more at ease if the Holy Church knew of this saintly woman. As such, you have started compiling accounts of Teresa's life and miracles to bring to Rome. Hoping for her canonization, if you were to succeed, the sisters would be at peace knowing that their departed founder lived on forever. Oh, and I realize we haven't actually had a look at our faith. So, we are the Shadow Inquisition, and we're organized hunting the true faith. Whatever. I don't know what that means. But we have unrelenting faith, which means our clergy people can be commanders and champions, which is great. We get some prowess, and faith hostility advantage, which is pretty good, because we're always gonna fight something with a evil faith. We have monasticism, which makes temperate a virtue, and makes it so people can become a monk. I don't know what good that does. But we can also have armed pilgrimage, which which means holy wars are cheaper, but more importantly, we are going to have crusades. The Pope can call a crusade. We have no say in it, but hopefully our other Inquisition members are going to be good allies in this, because we are heavily outnumbered when it comes to fighting the vampires. So yeah, but we're gonna have some crusading, and it's gonna be great, especially considering we control none of our holy sites. Actually, we can check that here as well. We have Jerusalem, which is, well, obvious, and hopefully these guys can take that. We have Rome, also obvious. Cologne, I don't know why. I don't know Christian holy sites, but Cologne, we are probably gonna try to get this, which is giving control and cultural fascination, which isn't great. But we also have Santiago, which is possible. I mean, it's a bit away, but it is on the coast, and these guys might take it, hopefully. And we have Canterbury, which we are absolutely gonna take because it's very close by, which also isn't like that big of a deal, but it's fine. It's just the point of taking the holy sites, like, just it's the point of it. We should have it because it's ours. That's the whole reason. But we should be able to go on a pilgrimage now, and we can. So let us go, and we could go all the way to Jerusalem, but that is very expensive. We could go to the Vatican, or we can go to Cologne. I mean, it's not a big difference between Cologne and Vatican, so let's say we're going to the Vatican to talk about Mother Teresa, because, I mean, we want to canonize her, so maybe we should go there in person and tell them what's up. We're gonna send you a shit ton of pages. I'm writing a book. Get ready for it. But as I prepare for my journey, I know that I will travel safely under the protection of God. My destination lies far from home, but in service to heaven, even my own realm must wait. Speaking of our... Oh, never mind. We have an event. Foremost Champion. A healthy rivalry between meddlesome fighters is to be expected, but the growing discord between Sir Robert Bernieres and Ancorita is souring the mood at court. Sir Robert Bernieres is widely regarded to be more skilled, but Ancorita clearly takes issue with the assertion. In the middle of an audience, the latter bursts into my throne room and, clutching her sword hilt, cries, "Sir Robert Bernieres! Only one of us can claim to be the Rectric's most skilled warrior champions. Meet me outside and we will settle the question." Sir Robert Bernieres replies viciously, "I would cut you to pieces where you stand if it was not for the presence of my lady. You unrelating coxcomb. Apologize and I may spare your life. I better act quickly before if this escalation is to be halted. Either may the best champion win. Does anyone of them die? Yeah, this is to the death. We are absolutely not. Let's see, how good are they? Oh, shit! Especially considering how amazing these people are. Oh, it's my marshal against my diplomacy person. Chancellor. So, take their swords, give them training blades, which is fine. They might be wounded, but I can lay on hands, so that's fine. I don't care too much if they're rivals, as long as they keep off the murder. I will humble the both of you and be... Oh, that is awesome. Or, you're on the same side. No, that's boring. Let's see who's best. Take their swords. Do it with training swords. So, who won? I want to know who won. Come on. Does it... Oh, you tease. Oh, there we go. Okay, so Sir Robert won. Kind of expected. How are you? Did you lose an eye? What the shit? Or is it just a black eye? Wounded. Let's lay on hands. Oh, it's actually pretty expensive. You're fine. She'll be fine. If she doesn't recover soon, we'll lay on hands, but 150 piety is quite a bit. But speaking of, well, okay, what kind of a segue was that? Speaking of wounded, I was gonna say, we're gonna declare war on Holland over here, because, like I said, we're gonna start expanding into Holland right away, just so we have some backup land in mainland Europe. And I mean, we're not gonna be able to keep these buildings, because I'm pretty sure these, like, you have to be a vampire to have a Prince of a Large Town building. But it's still a fine county. And I still want to, like, take their best ones, because it weakens them more. So, let's go for Holland. Unfortunately, we can't take the entire duchy, but that's fine. Gonna just get a little bit of warring in. Raise everyone. And how are our commanders, actually? They're pretty alright. I would like to have them have some bonuses. I mean, he has a very good marshal, but I would like to for him to have some bonuses to his commandering. But 22 is good. It's okay. Let's just go over there. Bandits! I awake to the noise of chaos in my camp, but it only takes me a few moments to realize what is happening. We're under attack! Bandits are swarming our tents and wagons, while our guards do what they can to resist. Where's my sword? I will drive these dogs away. Which is very likely. Oh, we became a blade master for that. I'm gonna slow this down, because I don't know, I've had problems in this game that if we're supposed to get a trait, sometimes they decide not to get... Oh, right! Oh, ooh! I just remembered, speaking of prowess, we have the fucking Sword of Arthur! So, we are 100% using that, which gives us a bunch of prowess and a bunch of levies. I mean, it's mostly from the powerful vassal, so it's not going to be a lot of levies right now, but it might be a lot in the future. But where's my sword? I mean, this isn't gonna update, but hopefully we still get the bonus. And we're almost definitely gonna do that, because we're not hiding. We're a fucking badass warrior nun, so we're not hiding. And we're not gonna pay up. We're gonna beat the shit out of these assholes. And aspiring blade master, is it among these? No? Yeah, there it is. Nice. 2 prowess. Yay. It's not a lot, but it's something. I have been corresponding with... Oh, well, that doesn't matter. Oh, it's actually positive, but it's not gonna matter. He's gonna hate us either way. Still minus 100. So, yeah. Pilgrimage. Love thy neighbor. Among my fellow pilgrims, there is a woman who preaches compassion and fellowship until she reaches the topic of heathens. One evening around the campfire, she loudly declares them to be abominable monsters in the eyes of God, deviants and child murderers all. Most people avert their eyes when she looks at them. Tonight, I was not quick enough. Do you not agree, O Rectrix? Truly, they spit in the face of God. Oh, that is awesome. They're not all that bad. Oof, that is a lot of stress because we're zealous. Or we just get a little bit of disdain for heathens. But no, they spit in the face of God. Excellent. Oh, we're gonna chill here for... Wait, how long do we have our thing? Alright, we see it right there. 28 days, so we can't spend 28 days. Just sitting around. The arrival. I'm finally here, body and soul, at the great church of Vaticano. As the bishops offer me blessings, I reflect on everything that happened for God to bring me here, at this moment in time. I have walked the holy path, and that is a lot of piety. That is awesome. And we get pilgrim, which is the entire reason why we went on a pilgrimage, because that's gonna give us some extra piety. We're gonna be so damn holy, you have no idea. And we're gonna get some extra piety per night. And how many do we have now? We have 9. Why isn't the last one filled in? I guess we can recruit some people to court, but... Oh, right, we were also going to, like, ordain you. You're not great, but... I mean, you're still gonna be one of our... Well, not better knights, but you're gonna be one of our knights. Oh, there's... Alright, because we're in the Vatican, right. So, of course, we're not gonna be able to ordain her, but we are going to. Even though she's not very good. I'm finally here, body and soul, at the great church of... Alright, we have already done that. So, and we lost the trait. Good. Now we can attack, because we're in no rush. Except, do you have allies? No. So, he's not going to call anyone in anyway. And I was going to see. Like, yeah, you're pretty good. So, and you are our heir, right? Yeah. So I kind of don't want her to be my heir, but I still want to just... Oh, we're still not home? I thought that finished the... Oh, well, whatever. Alright, is this finished, by the way? No. Oh, we have not had a lot of time spent. Right, we're only in May at the year we started. Never mind. Let's speed that up. Oh, there we go. Now we're home. My journey has been a long one, but I've finally come home again. While much remains the same, something has changed in how the priests and bishops treat me. I've undergone the journey of a holy woman, and they insist that it changed something about me, whether I can see it myself or not. Good. Now we can ordain her. So, because I just want to get as many people as I can into our badass warrior nunnery. So, they're just gonna keep suiciding, are they? But we should absolutely destroy them. Let's have a look at their knights. Like, yeah. Their count here is exceptional, but the rest is garbage. So, that is absolutely fine. They're gonna keep suiciding until we're... Oh, there's the 50%. Oh, because we stack white them. Excellent. Very good. Now we can call a bunch of house members, but we're not gonna. Because we absolutely do not need to. And we just need to finish this siege. Oh, and there we go. Let's see, do we... That is not a lot of fame and devotion, though. But it's some. Because we really want to get to faithful. Because that means we can start taking duchies, which is going to be great. Because we're probably going to try to take all of these. And hopefully the thieves aren't going to attack us. Because, well, they are a heavy hitter. But they are often... There's often a lot of like, what do you call it? Uprisings and stuff. So hopefully they'll have a lot of internal problems. And yeah. Very good. Disband that so we can get our monies back. And... Okay, that was just because we have a bunch of disabled buildings. Let's have a look at this. We can't have this because we are not a vampire, and I kind of don't want to build any of these because I think they're kind of bad. So I don't know if you can just demolish stuff because I don't want like them to have this building if they take it back. So I kind of just want to demolish it, but don't know how to do that. But we can change this at least. And I guess we are gonna want the like control development. But I know one of these had control. Which one is that? Wait, really? None of these had control. I might just Did I just make things up? I think I just have made that up. Okay. I guess I made that up. I guess I looked at the development and thought, hey, that's definitely control, but it's not. So we have a lot of piety. We're making a lot of piety as well, so we're just gonna want a bunch of these. And we are gonna send someone to convert that, and we are going to send you to fix some control, and that is 11 years. Damn. That's a lot of years. But let's just let some time pass. Can declare wars. Well, we're gonna lay low for now. We're gonna wanna like finish taking Holland. We're not gonna fight everything all around us, because I would like to take like the entire duchy once we can do that, because this guy is pretty weak. I don't want to go and have like 50 wars for a couple of counties. That's kind of annoying. But our newly ordained sister is, well, done training. She is now oh really? You're still at 9? Oh, I guess she haven't gotten her trait because mortal goes away. As the beating heart of the Shadow Inquisition, the Sisters of St. John have an heavy burden that is not shared easily. Despite this, you are confident in your new pupil's ability after this period of thorough training. Another bride of God is ready to take on your mantle if or when the darkness overtakes you. A small comfort, but a comfort nonetheless. So, yeah. The thing is kind of why I didn't want to ordain her, is because if she's our heir and we die, we don't want to play as her. She's garbage. But we do get to choose a little bit what kind of stats she gets, and I guess we're just gonna give her like prowess. No, that's not an option. So I guess stewardship, because kind of just want to get at least one of them high. And that is the only difference, right? We do get a lot of stress, but that is because we've been training so hard. But yeah, let's just go with the stewardship. Okay, and now she's a little bit better, because now she's a hunter. But I realized that this has become a very long first episode. So we're gonna end this here. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.